Dak wants an early option out so that he can recash in if the cap goes up, right? With new TV deals and all that. And the Cowboys don't want to give that to him. That seems to be, or at least reportedly, is what's holding it up. Not the couple of, we're talking about less, 2 or 3% of a contract compared to the other two guys. That doesn't seem to be the sticking point.
Well, I understand that, but you didn't bring up that as a sticking point. You brought up all the reason that Dak Prescott should be happy with 105 as opposed to 109 and 110, which Jared Goff and Carson Wentz got. Now, if you're going to get Dak and lock him in for a longer deal, you got to make the money say that's smart. You got to make the money say, okay, you're going to do us a favor in saying that we're going to get you for a longer term or for a longer period of time. So now we can prorate that money throughout the 5 years. And since you did that, we're going to give you a little more. We may overpay you from a yearly monetary standpoint because you did that solid and compromised. That's not what they want to do. They want to have it both ways with Dak Prescott. So what that tells me is, as a team, as an organization, you aren't settled that that's your dude. And if that's the situation, Dak Prescott he's dang right to have animosity.
Max, Ryan, do y'all remember? I believe it was Dak Prescott basically, bringing attention to and advocating for the stay of execution for somebody in Oklahoma, something along those lines, if I remember correctly.
Recently, yes.
Something that happened a few weeks ago. Yeah, that's right? Notice how Jerry Jones brought that up yesterday in what he was saying about Dak Prescott. Oh, there goes Dak Prescott again. I love what he does. It's like everything that Dak Prescott does. Well, I approve of this. I'm good with this. I'm okay with this. He's okay with everything that Dak Prescott does, except asking for the same money that Jared Goff and Carson Wentz get. Don't y'all notice that? I find that to be a bit noticeable. Don't you, Ryan? I know I noticed that. He's always okay.
I do,
everything.
absolutely.
Dak Prescott can do no wrong until it comes for him asking for a fourth year instead of a fifth year. And oh, by the way, I want to average 100. I want a guarantee of 110 million like a Carson Wentz or a Jared Goff. That's the only problem Jerry Jones has with him. Everything else he does is stellar.
I do find it curious that the Cowboys are willing to go all the way up to 105, which is my point, Ryan, is not that it's less. He should take less than those guys. It's that it's basically the same deal. But that they go all the way up to 105, but no, they draw the line there. They won't go to 110, 110, 111, so he could feel good about setting the market. I do find that curious. But let me state again, the Jared Goff contract, in my opinion, was a mistake. The Carson Wentz contract, he has a chance to make that good because he's so talented. But so far, I believe that was a mistake. And I don't think Dak is as good as Carson Wentz. He's healthier. He represents his franchise well and all that. But if I think the other two, like if we were arguing about Jared Goff's contract right now, I'd be saying the same thing. So I'm not going to change just because I think two other teams made a mistake.
Well, by the way, bravo. You haven't changed your position. Miracles do happen. Congratulations. But the other thing about it is that Dak Prescott was advocating for the release of black death row inmate Julius Jones. That's what I was talking about. I want to make sure that the audience hear. Black death row inmate Julius Jones out of Oklahoma. He was advocating for that guy's release. That's what he was talking about. That's what I was talking about.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think Dak Prescott is moving more into his own, right? Dak Prescott is now becoming the man that Dak Prescott will be going forward in the future. But Dak Prescott is trying to get paid for the player he is going to be moving into the future, but also for what he's already done for this franchise. And I don't agree with the notion that, because he was paid so little, now you got to break the bank for him extravagantly. I don't believe it. He was paid so little because he was drafted in the 4th round, because that's where his film said he should have been drafted. He outplayed that contract. Now it's time for an extension. It's time to re-up. And when you re-up a guy, you look at what he was for a certain period of time as your starter quarterback and where you project him to go. And if you can't, and because Jared Goff's deal was a mistake, or because Carson Wentz deals was a mistake to you, Max Kellerman, that can't be your selling point to me as to why I don't get my money. I can't control what Carson Wentz and Jared Goff do going forward for the Rams and going forward for Philadelphia, but I can control what I do as the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys.
I think Dak is I think he's a good quarterback, trending toward very good and maybe even great. If he wound up in the Hall of Fame one day, I wouldn't be shocked, right? But he is not there yet, and he wants to get paid like he's already there.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.